What's up guys, how's it going? I know it's been a long time since you guys have seen a video that looks like this, where you can actually see my hand and the tablet and all that, and I'll try to do more tutorial videos like this. Um, but anyway, so I'm going to show you a very quick trick on how to get from this to this type of coloring stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a brand new layer, and I'm going to just use the same colors from this drawing and then just apply it over here. So let's just do that. So I'm going to tap and hold, and there we go. So what I like to use is I really like to use this brush. Let me focus so you guys can see this one right here. I love this brush. So this is a quicker way for me to show you guys how I do coloring. Usually, sometimes when I do coloring, I'll use this tool just so I can like fill it in really fast, like with a bucket tool or something. But for this video, we're going to be using this because I'll be able to show you guys a lot faster. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just scribble this in. And don't worry the fact that I'm going out of the lines. I don't want you guys to try to focus on that anyway, about trying to, like, you know, stay on the lines and stuff, because a lot of times when you're trying to get comfortable with doing color, it's important to just feel free, you know, and not be like on the edge of your seat, just like worried about going all the lines and stuff. So let me just go ahead and just color this in. This is going to be a very rough example, and then you guys will always be able to clean up the edges and erase that stuff. So then what I'm going to do is I want to get the same color that I use for the skin. So let's get it about right there. And let's zoom in, and I'm going to go ahead and color all of this in. So this is, like, again, this is really rough, but I just want you guys to get the idea. Okay, so now what will we do next? What I like to do, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to create a new layer, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys. So it's so simple to do this. So all I'm going to do is just come over here, and it's one of the cool things I like about Procreate. Tap and hold. Darn it, where'd it go? Do it again. Okay, so about, it goes a little under his nose, so we'll just do that, and the line will snap, and then we can just draw it across. So just like that, and then from there we can just kind of start scribbling and coloring it in, and that makes it look like the shadow is casting from his hat. So just fill all of this in, and then I'll show you like how I do like the blush on the cheeks and all of that, which is, it's so simple, you guys. It is just super simple. Okay, so I'll just color all that in. So you see, we're actually getting it. It's pretty easy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we'll select this color, and then we'll just kind of, oops, we'll just do this area of his coat. We'll have it go about right there, and then bring it over, bring it up, and then just fill this in. One thing I like to do a lot, which makes, here, I'll show you, it makes the flap on the coat look like it's a little more full, like, or like it actually has a little lift to it, and it's not just flat. Like, see how this one is? So in order to fix that, literally all you do is just doop 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 doop, just like that. And see, that adds some depth to it. It makes it look more believable. You could do the same thing with the button. So we could put something like that. See, makes it look more like it has a lift. Could do it here if we wanted to. I actually didn't do that on the other one, but oh well, whatever. Okay, so now let's add some more stuff. So let's go ahead. I think we can go ahead and merge all that together. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge those two layers together. And for those of you who don't know, you get to your layers by clicking here. So, okay, so now that we've got that, let's do the blush in his face. Do a new layer. Just like so. And oops, let's make our brush size a little bit bigger. And then let's add the blush in these areas, and then here in the neck, and then a little bit here on the nose. Okay, so what I like to do is I come over here and I use this tool right here. So watch what it does. So watch when I move my pen across the screen. Watch. You see that? That's cool, right? So you can adjust it to where you want it. So a lot of times I'll do it about like that, and that's at like 15.7. So I'll just set it like that, and then when you're done, you can either just tap on it again, and then it will lock. And then I'll come over here to my opacity, and then the same thing practically, which is see how I can see the blue line up there moving. So that just will be an indicator to show like the strength that it's at. So I'm going to do about right, maybe about right there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and make a new layer, and let's select the color that we have over here on his neck. And then let's just kind of color that in. Let's do his hat. You guys are going to see this character again, which is actually kind of cool, so I'm excited about that. So just picking the right colors can really help your character, or whatever you're drawing, can just help it stand out. And then I'll go into more detail too in another video about like blending and stuff. But I mean, as you guys can see, this is like a good little example. Let's do his boots. Let's just fill in these areas. Leave a little spot on his shoe where it looks like the light is hitting it. And right here. So I'm going to show you guys real quick. Let's just do the let's do this right here. The shadow of his legs. Let's see how instantly that makes it look like there's shadow on there. So it's pretty cool. So I mean, it's pretty darn close. I mean, obviously I'm going through this a little bit faster than the original, but one thing I want to do though is, hold on, let me change the background color to something darker because I want you guys to be able to see. Oh yeah, there's also rain in this. So here's another thing that you can do to enhance your drawing. So what I'm going to do is you come over here, swipe on this, duplicate, come over here, and then over here. I'm going to turn this all the way down. So see, now it's like completely black. So then what I'll do is I'll come over to my opacity, and then I'll turn that down a little bit, and you can start to see him more. But I want to change the color of the shadow that we have on him. So we'll do like a darker purple. And select that and drop it on top. Now you see how that just changed a little bit. So now what we can do is come over with the eraser and just start erasing a little bit. And then this kind of leaves it with a little cool little tint to it, and you can do a lot of stuff with that. For instance, like I'll show you. So if I very lightly start erasing, it's going to help me get even like a second or a third layer practically of texture. So you see how it's kind of looking, and you'll see it will stand out more in just a second once you see what we're going to do. So sometimes when you guys see my drawings and it has like that cool brush look to it, this is a lot of times this is how I do it. So we were pushing pretty lightly, but now what we can do is we can come over and we're gonna push a little bit harder, but up in the corners. Do it here on the sleeve. You see that? It's just a highlight practically. Do it down here. It's a really handy little feature. I really like it a lot. Erase his eyes a little bit, just so they're a little bit brighter. Erase here. I'm actually adding more detail on this one than the previous drawing. So I made a new layer, and what I'm going to do is we're gonna highlight some parts on here, which will make it look a lot cooler. So see, that's already looking pretty cool, right? So we can do it over here on his face. Can even add a little bit up here on his hair. Just a little bit. I'll come over and do it as well over here. You can also use this as a method for making it look like his coat is a little wet. So here, just to put some little spots where it looks like the water's running down. Just makes it a little more believable. We can even add some like little spot up here on his face, maybe on his nose. So little areas like that. His boots. So yeah, I think you guys get the idea. So now I'm gonna come over here with hue and saturation and all that stuff, and then we can turn up the saturation to make the colors pop more. So I'm going to turn it up. Can you see that? I can make it black and white. But yeah, but that's really popping right there. That looks good. And then you can always go through and then start erasing. This is why it's so cool to see, we can start cleaning up. But this is why it's so cool to draw on different layers, because you'll never affect your ink layer, and then it will be easy to do cleanup. So like I'm doing right here. So I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you can just go through, and that's kind of like a relaxing way to calm down at the end of your drawing. Then you're just kind of like, oh yeah, I can clean that up and make that look pretty. And then that way you're not stressing when you're trying to do your coloring starting off, and you're like, oh my gosh, I keep going all the lines and stuff. Like, now this is a way to just relax. So anyway, if this video helped you guys, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with everyone that you can, and yeah, let's see how well we can get this video out there for other people to see. So if you guys want more videos like this, please comment below, let me know, and yeah, that's it. So I love you all, and I will see you in the next video.
Give it one more chance.